y'all. Even though we are about to enter week 3 of the trial of Karen Reed, I remembered I had previously clipped together these reactions to the opening statements. More specifically, the opening statements from the defense where they tell us that Trooper Proctor had been searching Karen Reed's phone for nudes. This comes from multiple attorneys and others that are covering the case.
Supposedly secret investigation using his personal cell phone. He was revealing information about this investigation to his friends, assuming that nobody would ever find out what he was doing and what he was saying.
Yikes.
And he was revealing his true thoughts about Karen Reed to his friends, not what he put in his sanitized police reports, his true feelings.
Oh boy.
To his friends whom he trusted, and in text messages that he never thought would come into the hands of the defense in this case.
Okay, well, we want to know what they are.
Lead investigator, Trooper Michael Proctor, right from the start, called Karen Reed names you would reserve only for your worst enemies.
And those are?
He told his friends that he hoped that she would kill herself.
Oh, shit.
He told his friends that he had seized her cell phone. And you will learn that he knew he shouldn't have been accessing any content on her cell phone because he knew there would likely be attorney-client
No, he did
communications
not.
between Karen and me at that time. He knew that he was supposed to wait for a search warrant or other permission from a judge in order to go through that phone. But you'll learn that he went through the phone anyway, without permission. And you'll know that he did because he told his high school buddies that he was searching her phone for nude photos of Karen Reed.
Oh,
And
fucking
he was
hell.
disappointed he hadn't found any yet.
What?
Is the professional and unbiased investigator who was chosen to lead the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe. You will learn that one of Michael Proctor's high school friends commented to him that with a dead body on the front lawn, the homeowner in this case is surely going to catch a lot of grief. And you know what Michael Proctor's response to that was? One word. Nope. He
Yikes.
explained why. Michael Proctor assured his buddies that the homeowner would not catch a lot of grief because the homeowner's a Boston cop too. And that one sentence, ladies and gentlemen, in Michael Proctor's own words, will explain a lot to you.
Well,
about how this investigation was
those
conducted.
text messages are
You
not going to
will
be
able
great.
to evaluate whether Trooper Michael Proctor treated Brian Albert and his family differently because of who they are and the relationships between his family and theirs.
Yikes.
That will evaluate whether this investigation.
Holy shit. I am just going to say, if that's my lead investigator on a case and I'm the prosecution, and this is my lead investigator who is, like, I'm assuming, like, listen, if this was bullshit, I assume that the prosecution would be on their feet shouting bloody murder. If I made something like this up in my opening statement, the prosecution would be like, mistrial law society proceedings right now, because that ain't true. If it's not true. You know what the prosecution is doing right now? They're sitting there watching. They're sitting there letting him finish. And you know why they're sitting there letting him finish? It'll be because they've got no grounds to shut him down. Because if this was false, I would expect the prosecution to be going absolutely ham on this guy. Absolutely ham. Like, just, this wouldn't be like, if he was making it up, this wouldn't be like, the prosecution and him wouldn't be like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. It'd be like Mike Tyson and Stephen Hawking. It would just, like, a beatdown would follow. And yet they're sitting there quiet. That suggests to me that he's got the goods.
For nude photos of Karen Reed.
This is not normal. This is not how it's supposed to work. So certain jobs we joke, there are certain jobs that, are so hard to get fired from. And I guess I won't mention what any of them are, but this was a reason that we knew somebody that got fired. He was searching for this stuff on his computer through evidence of victims and defendants that he found attractive. And he was looking through their cell phone data download for literally nude photos. Now, this person was fired, even though those photos and everything were gotten pursuant to a search warrant. Seems like he was doing this before a search warrant, and he was looking at attorney-client privilege communication. Really interesting to bring that up in front of a jury. Sometimes judges won't allow that, but this judge did. The fact that he was looking for nudes, and I guarantee, again, I don't know anything. I don't know what's coming out, but I would have to guarantee they have to have that actual text message that he was looking for nudes. Because how else would they prove it? The judge is not going to let them infer that from some other comment that he made. So this guy's breaking the rules, connected to who the defense is going to point the finger at, and being a jerk to the defendant, telling her he hopes she ends her own life, and looking at her phone for nudes. If the jury is making up their mind in opening statements like some jurors do, they're not supposed to. It feels like they're only going to go one way after this. I mean, this is appalling stuff. And this guy's going to take the stand? Oof.
For nude photos of Karen Reed. And he was disappointed he hadn't found any yet. That
Get the fuck
is
out.
the professional and unbiased investigator
Oh my
who's chosen
God.
to lead the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe. Her phone rolled for nude photos of Karen Reed. What? And he was disappointed he hadn't found any yet. That is the professional and unbiased investigator who's chosen to lead the
Okay, somebody said not to pause the stream. I'm pausing the stream. I am pausing the stream and I am rewinding this because I am outraged. I am outraged. And the reason that he can mention this in opening is because he's got receipts. He's got receipts of this. I am outraged. This case is over, says Boston JD. We're taking it back, you guys. Don't worry. I know we're behind. And that's because I'm a commentator. This is what I do. We're commentating. This should outrage you. He was searching her photo for nude photos of Karen Reed on her phone. Let that sink in. The lead investigator in this case, Trooper Michael Proctor, who has close family ties to the Alberts, whose home Officer O'Keefe's body was found on the lawn of, was immediately searching Karen Reed's phone for nudes. And they've got text messages between Proctor and his high school friends that he was doing that. And he told his high school friends that he hoped that Karen Reed would kill herself. They have receipts.
from a judge in order to go through that phone. But you'll learn that he went through the phone anyway, without permission. And you'll know that he did because he told his high school buddies that he was searching her phone for nude photos of Karen Reed.
What?
And he was disappointed he hadn't found any yet. That is the professional and unbiased investigator who was chosen to lead the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe. We'll learn that one of Michael Proctor's, and he was disappointed he hadn't found any yet. That is the professional and unbiased investigator who was chosen to lead the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe. Permission from a judge. We'll learn that one of them to go through that phone.
Oh
We'll
no.
learn that he went through the phone anyway.
Oh.
And you'll know that he did because he told his high school buddies that he was searching her phone for nude photos of Karen Reed.
Get the out of here. Are you serious right now? How is he going to be a witness in the case that's completely inappropriate? His credibility. Hold on. His credibility is totally compromised. You think she's a C word. You hope she kills herself, and you're trying to find her nude photos. You have such a bias. First of all, you should not even be investigating this case. He should not be on this case. That is completely. I would never, ever, ever want to see him put on a witness stand again. I'm already going to believe that you're not a credible witness. Why didn't they get another investigator on this case? They probably didn't discover it until after, it was too late. Kurt.
It's pretty bad. He accessed her phone without a valid warrant for the purpose of looking for nudes. So that's just as special on every possible level.
I can't say enough how much that is misconduct. That is extreme. That is misconduct, Officer Proctor. That is misconduct. You violated the Fourth Amendment to look through her phone, and you didn't even do it to find evidence of the crime. You did it to be nasty. That's why we picked the bear, Kurt. Play.
Hey, not all men are Proctor, man. I feel like this is unfair.
Not all men, but there's enough.
Damn it.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's the lead investigator they're going to put up on the stand to talk about this case? That is going to be a interesting cross-examination, because are you kidding me? I mean, maybe it's a little more clear now why there's a internal affairs investigation into the lead investigator, which isn't going to come up during this trial. But are you kidding? Are you kidding me? The the defense did an excellent job of highlighting the fuckery. The defense did an excellent job of asking the jury to wait. They said, wait for us. Wait for our evidence. The state is going to go first, but wait for the defense case, and asked everyone to keep an open mind, which is what I'm trying to do. But after that opening statement, my mind has a lot of questions. Like, I got a lot of questions, and the defense did their job. I think the defense pointed out all of the areas that the jury needs to ask questions. So as we get into each witness, ladies and gentlemen, humans and law nerds of the chat, I imagine that as we get into each witness, the things the defense said in opening are going to stick into your mind. And you're going to say, but what about this? But what about that? But what about this? And I would imagine that that is what the jury will do too. The state did not make a compelling theory of the case in their opening, and maybe they won't. But as each of those witnesses come up, everybody's going to wait to find out if Trooper Proctor was digging through the defendant's personal cell phone looking for nudes. That's what we're all going to want to know. I can't imagine being a prosecutor sitting there having to try to explain, I wouldn't, an investigating officer searching a female defendant's phone for nudes. Like, Emily, are you going to be able to move on from that? Nope. Nope, probably not. Nope, probably not. Nope, probably not. Nope, probably not. Probably not going to be able to move on from it. Because seriously.
But I got questions. Like, I got issues. I don't know what I don't know what to think at this stage.